What if Stalin never came to power? Well, yeah, he was a great historical figure because he defeated Hitler and stuff like that. And it will change a lot. The rest of the 20th century will change. And yeah, everything since 1924. So the last 93 years will change. And Lenin, the leader of the Soviet Union from 1917 to 1924, is here in the middle. And Lenin said that either Stalin or Trotsky should become leader of the Soviet Union. And here, this is Kalinin. So, this is not Trotsky, okay? This is Trotsky. Lots of people look similar. So yeah, as I said, Lenin said either Stalin or Trotsky. That should happen through political debates, democracy, votes, well, kinda. Do you want to know a mind-blowing fact? What if Stalin never came to power? Then Stalin would never come to power. Yeah. So, yeah. Trotsky should spread influence like Stalin did. And Trotsky should impress Lenin. And he should win the political debates. And yeah, like Stalin did. Trotsky should do this too. So next, Trotsky becomes leader and he should kill Stalin. Because, Stalin killed Trotsky in no timeline. And they are very similar. They are. Okay. Anyways, Trotsky said that there should be a world revolution. That was his idea. Stalin said that socialism should only work in the 31 country socialism system. So what would happen with the systems we use? So, well, in our timeline there was Marxism, Leninism, and Stalinism. But in this timeline there would be Marxism, Leninism, and Trotskyism. But there was also, Trotskyism in our timeline as well. Even Maoism, I think, but that's too complicated. So let's just say that it's like Democrats and Republicans. So Stalin was a good leader and was the strongest leader of the Cold War, for a period of mistrust and stuff. And during his power, the people almost reached communism, the USSR. But when he died, Nikita Khrushchev came to power, and socialism was coming back. They were coming back to socialism instead of coming near to communism. So yeah, this is the Soviet Union after World War II, and this before World War II. So Trotsky has to rebuild the Soviet Union after World War II and after the Civil War. Well, he doesn't have to rebuild the Soviet Union after World War II. We'll come to that. Anyways, he has to rebuild the Soviet Union after the Civil War because it's weak, because it's destroyed, and because the people won't like it. So that's how to fix it. Rebuild, you get the point. The Galadan vote still happened because it's the time when planes got out. People will still be put into gulags because there were lots of criminals and political lights, That's bad for Trotsky. He would expand his military because, of his idea. The Chinese Civil War would still happen. And as soon as Japan would reach Manchuria, they would invade it, and then Trotsky would push through Japan, And then it would look like that on 20th March of 1932. He would invade South Korea within 8 days. And he would reach Tokyo within the date 22, within the 22nd, 22nd of April 1932. And then Japan would surrender. There would be no conflicts between Taiwan and China because the Soviets would invade it from Japan and would just give it back to the Chinese as soon as it will become communist. There would be no Korean War, no divided Korean Peninsula, because it would be all Chinese territory. First Soviet, then Chinese. Because it will give it back to China because it's, because it was part of China. He would also give Manchuria back to China. And he would help the communists win the civil war in China. And yeah, took the Soviets to invade Xinjiang around 3 months. China back then was as big as 6 Xinjiangs. Xinjiang, so I can't pronounce it. So we have to multiply 6 Xinjiangs with 3 months, and the result is around 18 months. That means the communists in China will win within 18 months. It will be around 22nd of April when the Soviets intervened in the Chinese Civil War in this timeline. So it was around May. May is the 5th month of the year, so yeah. Just read it for you, so. Anyways. This communism in 1933. Mao would become the Chinese communist leader. And just like in our timeline, they would invade Tibet. In our timeline, the Chinese invade Tibet 5 months later after the end of the Chinese Civil War. The Chinese might invade Tibet in March 1934. They would eventually become Chinese after lots of negotiations in March 1935. So what would happen next? Mussolini would come to power. The peacemaking in Libya would also happen, and he will try invading Ethiopia, but he's going to do it. No one to see it because Trotsky would ask the king if he can promise to be communist, and if he will, then Trotsky would help, and he will. So, and Mao would help, just like going well. And yeah, Hitler would come to power, and the flip side occurs in Stalin because the 15 years have passed. They can join France or Germany, and Stalin joins Germany, of course. Hitler will back up Rhineland. The Austrian Anschluss referendum would happen, and Austria will become German territory. The Spanish Civil War would happen, and Trotsky would be part of it, Mao as well. It will be a civil war like Korea, Vietnam. This is how it looked like in our timeline. This would look like in an alternate timeline. And China and the Soviet Union are unbeatable, so Spain will become communist. In the year 1938, Hitler will try invading Czechoslovakia, but then the Soviets would want to stop it, but it will be like, hey, we can invade Poland together. We can be allies, okay? Take the Baltics, Finland, etc. I don't care. So, the invasion of Czechoslovakia will succeed. And Trotsky will invade the Baltic states, but they will surrender. The Baltic states even wanted to join the Soviet Union by themselves because Germany invaded France. Yeah, in 1940. And the three same people who ruled the Baltic states when they joined the Soviet Union were also leaders of the Baltic states in 1938. So yeah, they would eventually give up and become part of the Soviet Union because they're pussies and can't fight. Yeah, and the Soviet Union would become this territory back and stuff in November 1938. Trotsky would expand his military, Mussolini would invade Albania, and Trotsky would allow it to happen because Hitler was like, hey, we can invade Poland together, and Trotsky don't want to betray Hitler. So in the 1st of September 1939, World War II starts with the Nazis and the Soviets invading Poland. And it would be invaded by the 13th of September 1939, and then Trotsky would invade the Axis powers. All Axis powers, because they're a threat to him. And even though they are peaceful at that time, including fascist Italy, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, and that's it. Yeah. So, according to Trotsky, all fascist nations are a threat. This is a map of the Axis powers, communist allies, and capitalist allies in 1939. So, yeah, fascism is dangerous to Trotsky, and he would go the risk and invade the Axis powers in the September 13th, 1938. 1939. And he would please the capitalist nations to not intervene. And the capitalist nations would not intervene because they want to avoid a war. So yeah. And Trotsky will just invade the Axis powers on the 13th of September 1939. And this is the same name where when the United Kingdom and France would stay out of World War II. So this is the map of Europe in January 1940. This is the map of Europe in May 1940. This is the communist world and the main capitalist nations in 1940. There will be no Big Three. Well, not a Big Three, at least as we know it. It will simply be just a Big One. Or it will be a Big Three between Trotsky, Mao, and Spain. Will most likely be held in Turkmenistan. Because on the map you can ask yourself where could it be? And it's most likely Stalin in Turkmenistan because it's a large city. It would take only 7 hours for the Spanish leader to come there. For Mao, only 6 hours and 45 minutes. For Trotsky, 2 hours. So yeah. The black is Germany. The orange is Poland. The light green becomes the Soviet Union. The dark green is Romania. The red is Czechoslovakia. The light blue is Italy. The dark blue is Hungary. The weird green is Austria. The weird blue is Bulgaria. The purple is Libya. dark green. I think I already said that earlier. And yeah, Trotsky would start a Cold War this time, not the United States, because he wants a world revolution and stuff like that. He would invade Finland and to become territory by September 1941. The Allies will tell him to stop after that. And actually, he kind of would. Stop. So yeah. He would then again attack countries in 1943 in October. That would start the Third World War. So yeah, I will just show you some mapping and I won't talk much anymore for this episode. By the way, he would invade the Netherlands and Belgium to get to France like Germany did. So yeah. He would also expand his air force to bomb Britain like Germany. And he would get lots of French air forces after he invaded. He would invade within less than a month. Because France is a loser, they surrender. They always surrender. In the Second World War, in the I think Prussian Franco-Prussian War, yeah. Spain would attack France, Germany, Communist Germany. Yeah, you get the point. Italy as well. So yeah, and the tanks from France would fight like in South Africa against the British. So in December 1943, so that's how the map would look like. Yeah, I won't talk anymore. The bomb spread in right now in February 1944. In April 14th, 1945, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt will die. And by the way, the atomic bombs won't be developed because the United States will never join World War II because Pearl Harbor simply isn't attacked and stuff like that. Roosevelt even was kinda nice towards the Soviet Union, but Truman started the Cold War, so yeah, he doesn't trust the Soviet Union at all. He even dropped atomic bombs, and the Cold War started in the Potsdam Conference. When he told Stalin that he has atomic bombs and stuff. And he dropped atomic bomb from Japan to scare the Soviet Union. So again, in April 1945, the United States joins World War III. Oh yeah, again, the atomic bombs never be developed. I think I accidentally screened the same for a second time. In January 1946, World War III will end, and Trotsky will again expand his military, so he will make the whole world communist, the rest. But he would intervene in Greece anyway, even though he won't just expand his military for the next 3 years. And Trotsky, a man, the one man, 93 years ago, could have made the whole world communist. So yeah, that's it. This was so fucking hard to make. Anyways, bye.